Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast.
You don't want to get too close to that, Kenny. You're gonna get his flag. You know, dang, I thought it was the real Hootie.
Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. It's me, your boy Kendrade Okada. Cookies, what's good, my seasoned homie? Batty, we'll get to you if you want or not in a second. I told you got to hold on until Thursday. Yeah. Even Reggie told you to hold on. But first, before we go anywhere, I want to shout out to the missus who bought me this hat. The missus knows the things that I love in life. And she lets it be known. Joining me, as always, the man behind the boards. Cameron, what's good, man? The man behind the boards, the man, the myth, the legend. Give it up for a Mongo. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, folks? It's me. It's the GREG. And, after last week, it feels like it's been a pretty breezy time for us.
Just out of wrestling, wrestling news this week has been cake. It's like
relaxing,
nothing. Right? Like
maybe finally got all the bullshit out. And no, I'm not gonna say that. Clearly something's gonna happen in another month.
No, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Well, not really, because you figure we found out about Punk. You know what I mean? So that was a little bit of bullshit. But compared to what we found out last week, that's minor. But, joining us also, he's having a little technical difficulty, so he'll be back on to join us in probably about 30, 40 seconds. Our boy, Trick Mate, when he comes back, he'll say his hellos.
What's going on? We got Cookies, we got Batty, we got Reggie, we got Cam. We got a few others in the chat. Welcome, everybody, from wherever you're watching. We appreciate it. Kenny, let's talk about the Rumble. Let's do it. Let's just quick rundown. It's been talked about a little bit here and there, but let's actually talk about the stuff we like and didn't like. And the thing I didn't like was that men's Rumble sucked.
Listen, you saw my post that I put up. Plain and simple, the men's Rumble was horrible. It was horrible. There was probably about maybe one or two spots in it. Like I said, folks, he'll join us about 30, 40 seconds. Trick Matty is with us.
Oh, yeah.
I told him you just had a little technical difficulty. You'll be back in about 30 seconds.
My internet went out for like a split second, so I just refreshed it and had to come back. So, yeah, I'm back. Trick Matty here. My beer is on the other side of the room, but I am currently drinking a Imperial Stout that is flavored like sweet potato pie.
Ooh.
And also, happy Black History Month. Y'all see the shirt. Fuck Hulkamania. Racism.
We've seen that.
Happy Black History. Happy Black History Month. The person that Black people really support instead of Hulk Hogan.
What Reggie's talking about.
Shout out to just whoop that ass taker. Dead man eat.
I'm back in Black History Month, Matt. Come on now.
That was the Undertaker guy.
But did y'all see what Reggie's talking about here?
Yeah.
So
we'll get to that in a second.
Those of you that don't know, we'll talk about it soon. But yeah, that was that brother's funny. That brother's funny. But we'll get to it. So the Rumble had two matches that we knew how they were gonna pan out, and not really any reason to talk about them.
The women's match was far and above, way better than what the men's match was. Not only, I'm about to say, not only due to the actual surprises that came in, but the women actually worked. The women worked. I can honestly say the most memorable thing for me about the men's Royal Rumble was Braun cutting in half with that spear. That's about it. Other than that, like the men's Rumble had nothing that made me say, "Oh, you remember that spot? Oh, you remember this? Oh, and usually we have that with the men's rumble.
Mhm.
Also to me, the men's rumble didn't set up any feud. And the one feud it did kind of set up got ruined the next day because his motherfucker can never finish a story because his ass is old. But
Well, I mean, we got a few things. That one was probably the biggest one, and it's not going to happen. But
I don't think we got any. Usually the rumble, like, yes, a big part of the stories that weren't being created was due to the fact that Brock wasn't in it. Apparently, Braun took Brock's spot as far as everything, as far as his entrance number, the people he was eliminating, the feud that he was supposed to start and everything. Braun took Brock's spot. Jimmy and Jay,
but like Jimmy and Jay have already been. Well, like they've already been like them
a feud.
That idea, yeah, that idea of like, oh, they finally met. We've already kind of been doing this, so like Jimmy ended up getting eliminated by Braun Breaker, which like is cool for Braun, but like as far as the Jimmy J feud, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna go back and watch that Rumble, except for I want to see how Braun and Mello and everybody does, you know. But
yeah, it wasn't. The men's Rumble match was not good. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that.
That spot.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay, because
horrible. I felt so bad.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Now, Mongo, we were having this debate in the chat about the extra weave that was on the floor during that Rumble match.
There wasn't just one piece. There were multiple pieces throughout the show.
There were multiple pieces throughout the show. A majority of those pieces came from Jordynne Grace. And I'm telling you that because if you watch the match, there were pieces of weave on the mat during that spot with her and Ivy now, and Bianca wasn't even in the match yet. When Bianca finally threw her out and Jordynne Grace hit the floor after the KOD, a piece of Jordynne Grace's hair bounced from off of her head onto the floor also.
Okay. That doesn't mean there were other pieces in the ring way after Jordan was gone. They were still falling.
Yeah, after that, but the thing that I was talking about was the majority of the pieces that were in there, especially from the beginning, came from Jordynne Grace. And the reason also I know that shit, besides the fact of me being a black man being around weaves for most of my life, is the fact of I know that Jordynne Grace didn't have her weave stitched in. That shit was crocheted, which means that shit comes out like this, which is why she can change it at the Wimbledon. And why somebody like Bianca and Naomi, they don't change their hairstyles that much because guess what? That shit is sewn in. And when that shit is sewn in, it's sewn in for months.
Okay.
Months at a time. Months at a time.
Her actual ponytail, she puts on a super extension for she can do all that whipping stuff with it. Because soon as she goes backstage, she takes that off.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Again, like you said, not something I'd know too much about. Hair in general, really, if we're being honest. But there were moments where like, it was like pieces of it were like falling off the ponytail late in the match, and that's when a lot of those tweets started popping up about that happening. And I don't know, I think that stuff kind of just happens in these matches. Like people are worried about everybody.
You damn Reggie, I got fucking 5 daughters, an ex-wife and a current wife, a mother-in-law, an ex-mother-in-law, a bunch of aunts, like, oh yeah, I know about this shit. Trust me.
There are people upset at like there were like genuinely people that were like worried about like, is everybody okay? Like, why is that? I mean, it just happens. It happens.
The one thing,
especially now, where like people like tons of people now get more and more extensions in their hair. Or you know what it is like that. It's just kind of common, and when you're doing this kind of shit in like a really exhausting sport, getting thrown by your shit, something's gonna come.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but you know what it is too. People are so. I guess wrestling fans are just amazed of being able to tell that somebody's wearing a weave, not realizing that wrestlers have been wearing weaves since the beginning that this shit has started. Like, we all know more than half of Hogan's hair was attached to that bandana. Like, we all know HBK came in with the filled in that ball spot a little in the middle. Like, you know what I mean?
I know damn sure. I saw Hogan's
HBK
top off
stand,
with hair on top of it. I know for a fact I've saw him at least once. Where
like,
he takes that shit off.
HBK definitely started wearing those cowboy hats. That was just because he was from Texas. That was to cover up that bald spot. That's why I hate when he showed back up, and Mike always calls him that, the bald-headed skittlebiddle, because that ain't HBK. That's just a dude.
That's Sean.
That's just Shawn Michael Hickenbottom. That ain't Shawn
That's
Michael.
who that is. That's Sean. That's who that is. But go back to what you were saying, Mongo. The women's match is set up, and then we had the ultimate setup. We had the ultimate money shot in the women's match. We had the money shot between Jade and Bianca staring each other down. The two most strongest women in WWE. Jade proved how fucking strong she was by picking up Nia with one fucking arm, yo.
She did that shit, and then she held her on her shoulder, posed with her.
I love that women's match just for the simple reason that it gave Deirdre a new favorite in Nia Jax. Now she likes Rhea,
that's a damn
Bianca, and Nia. Because Nia was the common sense.
Nia got booked like a freaking star last week. Like she should have been, like Kenny has said many a time, the way that they are booking her now is the way they should have booked her from day one. And this is how she got booked in NXT before she got called up. I remember when she fought Bayley for the NXT championship. It was a regular ass episode of NXT. But I was terrified that Bayley was going to lose that shit because they booked her like a monster. And now they're doing it again. And look at the results.
Like, and the thing about it is, I will say this. Which one? Yeah, Matt.
Go ahead, Matt.
She needs Victoria's theme. I ain't the lady to mess with. She needs that.
And then the song that has Nikki on it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. It might not be a great. That might be a great idea right now.
Yes, they are booking her correctly. A big part of that too is Nia has gotten herself in some of the best shape that we've ever seen her in too. So it's making her a lot easier to work with, as far as the other performers now, because now there isn't such a dramatic size difference where people think that she's going to hurt someone. You know, now she looks like a believable monster, and like, you know, okay, she's beating these people up, but she's not destroying them, and somebody might die. So that also helps too. You know what I mean? You could tell she really worked hard to get herself into great shape after her knee surgeries, and it's paying off. And they're booking her the way she should be. Jade, they remarkably showed off Jade's strength by having her pick up Nia with one arm, and then they remarkably showed Jade's strength by having her single-handedly pick Nia up and throw her over the top rope. Whereas last year it took 11 women to do it. This year it took one fucking powerhouse. They have set Jade up.
I love the fact Becky laughed at her. That was the funniest part after all that. Becky's like,
yeah, right. Becky hit her with the
I don't know when it happened, guys, but I think there's more at the top of the women's division over there than there is as the world title division.
Yeah.
It's there's so much more possibility.
There really is, because even though we know Rhea is a powerhouse, they still at least make us believe that she can be beat. Because they make each one of these contenders believable contenders.
But at the same time, Nia has been whooping Rhea's ass.
Ass.
And it's just like,
You know what?
good
You know
God.
what we just need to call this? We just need to call this like they called the 80s, the golden era. This is the golden era of the women.
Mm-hmm.
This is the beginning because they're getting the first of everything. The first Money in the Bank, the first cage, the first Hell in a Cell, the first. And it's like, yo, they keep just outdoing one first after the next. Like Rhea set the record last year. Bailey obliterated that. But Rhea still did it from number one. So it's like, damn.
It's a lot of great in the women's roster right now. It's funny you mentioned that. Look what I got a pack of. Look what I got a pack of right here.
Right. Slim Jim said, we ain't fucking with the Rumble. Oh, y'all got rid of Vince? All right, we fucking with the Rumble.
Look, we ain't sponsored. We ain't sponsored, but we'd love to be. We'd love to be.
A sibling of mine once said that they love Slim Jim so much that they should have Slim Jim ice cream. I slightly threw up in my mouth when she said that, but I mean, to each their own. I just thought of, because when you twist those, the little sweat juice or whatever it is, with red stuff comes out. I'm like, why would you want that in an ice cream? Told y'all Michael show up. He ain't missing no prediction.
Ain't missing. That boy ain't missing no prediction.
And this stout tastes just like butter.
First off, what's up, my brothers?
What's up?
What's going on, Mike?
Secondly, yeah, to Mongo's point, you think I'm gonna miss some goddamn predictions?
We know him. He knows us. There you go. I wasn't
bullying McRib.
I wasn't even gonna do a sheet until somebody else popped up. Now that Mike's here, I'm gonna go ahead and just type this shit out while we're talking. But back to what Cookies was talking about here real quick, the Ivy Jordan spot. They had enough time. It's a 30-woman rumble, and they had enough time to have like 5 or 6 female powerhouse spots and women getting like praise for how strong they are. And I just think that's really neat. I think that's real neat that they use the time better in the women's rumble than they did in the men's. Where like even though there was dead time, they were still focusing on something.
Besides it being neat, it was almost necessary. It was almost necessary because they use the women's rumble for exactly what it's supposed to be used for: an introduction to your future and your present. Your present is always going to be the person who wins, but the future is always going to be somebody who puts on a hell of a fucking show. And that's exactly what they did. They had the perfect blend of your future and your present in that matchup. Whereas the men, they just had Like I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing that will ever make me want to go back and watch the men's rumble. Like like I said, there are no spots where I'm like, yo, I want to go back and watch that. Even like we'll get usually a Kofi spot where he's doing something outrageous or something. Like, yo, we should.
Kofi didn't have any spots. Kofi had no spots.
Exactly. Like, we got nothing.
All those type of spots were in the women's match.
Hell, some of those spots were in the NXT Women's Battle Royal.
I was about to say, because what Kalani Jordan did Naomi's spot, that's why I didn't think Naomi was showing up, because I was like, oh, there go her spot.
What you call? Then Kyrie Sane with her crazy spot where she was on the damn thing like a damn spider monkey.
She was Spider-Man.
Until she couldn't do it. Yeah, I guess she just didn't have the right grip, because I know that on Raw they showed that spot, but they didn't show her falling. So I think
Right.
she was supposed to save herself, and then they both get eliminated right after. So I don't think it mattered much, but I think that was like one of those like, oh, that should have been a big moment. But
Right.
I would like to go back because like you said, the Ivy Jordan spot, they really really fucking polished Jordan Grace at that show. I mean, they made her look like $1,000,000. The commentary was fantastic for it.
Mhm.
Pat McAfee going, I don't know who she is, but she is a dog. She's an absolute unit. Like he was using all of his phrases. She was beating the shit out of 7 people at once. Just
Pat McAfee is the only thing I'll go back and watch in the men's rumble. When his ass looked at Omar and said, you know what? No. It climbed over the top, bro. That's the only thing that I felt. And they said, Pat, what happened? He said, I looked at that man and realized I wasn't supposed to be in this match. That man's 7'3". What's wrong with him?
He was on the he's talking on the Pat McAfee show, and he said, look, there was a 7'6" giant, and then there was this little barking Steiner that kept barking at me. I don't want to be in it. Fair point. I get that. I also would not want to be in there. So
he did better than Drew Carey.
he got over that rope twice.
Drew Carey had hands laid on him.
Right.
Yeah, he got
him right back.
Going back to what you said, Mongo. They really made, but that's the thing. She is a star. They gave her the exact praises that she was due. So if this is what they're going to do, as far as having other companies come in, if this is their way to start off by just having other companies come in once in a blue for a pay-per-view like Royal Rumble, I'm with it. We don't have to jump headfirst into the whole worlds collide type stuff because it's going to get messy. You ain't going to know what to do with anything like that because it's not anything you're used to. If this is how you're going to introduce it, it's perfectly fine. You can introduce a person from another promotion each pay-per-view. Yeah. Each one of the major pay-per-views.
Bring in a recognizable face.
Yeah.
Bring in a top champion. And to you all's point, highlight that champion or person, just like how they did Jordan Grace this past weekend.
McAfee and Cole on the thing every time a outside person comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's better than them having a legend show up like Booker T or X-Pac or anybody like that. Give the spot to somebody who is current that's not in the company. You hype them up, and then on now, while you're hyping them up, you can tell us, hey, you can go on this site to see more of them. They gonna tag whoever they represent on Twitter. Oh, that's gonna blow up. You're gonna retweet that, and right there, you've already opened the door to a whole nother universe for somebody.
Yeah,
kickstarted by WWE.
Yeah. And like you said, like the way they were talking, it wasn't even just Jordan. All the new NXT call-ups that came back, that came up, every NXT call-up was treated like a megastar. And then the Jordan thing, the way they talked about TNA this time, as opposed to when Mickie James showed up, and it was more of like a offering of like
a legend.
Yeah. But
it's also a WWE legend. Like we've seen Mickie James in a WWE ring, so it wasn't really a oh my god. What the oh my god part was they let her wear the belt.
Yeah, but they literally mentioned TNA like 15 times, and they talked about how Jordan was the one to defeat Naomi for the belt, the returning star, which is massive. Then we have like a big deal about Naomi returning, which it is a big deal, and then say. That's the woman that beat the woman we just got back for that belt. That is massive.
I love the fact they didn't tell Naomi she was going to be there. She didn't know Jordan was going to be there.
In the ring.
And we got their moment.
That's why they pub like, whoa, what you doing here?
Yeah, we got a great moment there. And it's
That's the match we gonna get. We're not gonna get her and Bianca. You gonna get her versus Natty.
Probably. But Yeah, like
let
we don't need to
Natty
have the crazy, they're in all the time every week thing. Something maybe once a pay-per-view or once every other pay-per-view, or just like a little special pop-up every now and then would be nice.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah,
oh.
but I
Y'all heard
just the thing about Jordan popping up is they've talked about it several times since Saturday. So Jordan said that she's hoping this is opening a door to make things like this happen more often, which would be fantastic. But then Shawn Michaels was asked about that today, and we're going to talk about Shawn Michaels' pre NXT press conference today. But one of his comments
Hey, it's
was,
the reason why that man is my GOAT.
"Yeah, that
It's the
man
reason
knows."
that man is
Who
GOAT.
would have thought Shawn Michaels, the best PR guy they have? Who would have seen that coming?
You know why? He can
My
see
GOAT might
he
be
can see every
cross-eyed,
question
but
coming from every direction. That's why.
My dude
But,
might be cross-eyed, but he got 20/20 vision. He might be old. He might be old. He might be bald, but he knows right from wrong.
Listen,
Like,
them
look,
cross-eyed help him see where the questions is coming from.
that man said, "Look, was I a bit of a womanizer back in the day? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't force anything. Like, even
Your
I
man
knew.
said, "I would."
Even I.
Your man said, "Right." Your man said, "Bitch, I'm Shawn Michaels. I ain't have to force nobody to do shit." They gave it up willingly.
I mean, his song literally says he thinks he's cute. He knew he was sexy. Come on now, but he ain't no rapist. He ain't
Steve
doing
Fall of
that.
Wrestling News Co. asked Sean today about interest in bringing in Jordan and other people from other promotions and TNA, and he said he's often been interested in this. Per Sean Ross, this is the quote that he got. He's often been interested in bringing in outside talent like that, especially Jordan Grace for TNA. It's just something he didn't know he was allowed to do.
Because Vince was there.
So now that they're allowed to do it, Sean's like, well, what can I do?
Triple H is like, hey, Sean,
Reggie,
we can do whatever.
if they put Ricochet in the Ultimate X match, they're gonna have Trey Miguel in there, and you're gonna get that Spider-Man meme.
Oh yeah,
Where Spider-Man looking at Spider-Man like, yeah.
We're gonna get that Logan and Ricochet
I just
springboard crossbody spot.
I'm a purple.
Speaking of that, the Logan Paul versus KO match was 1,800 times more exciting to me than the men's Royal Rumble. We
I'll
knew
be honest,
Logan
outside the women's Rumble,
men's
none of it was exciting. Outside of the women's Royal Rumble, that was it.
Listen,
Nothing mattered.
It made sense for it to be a 4-match card. Like I remember all these years previous where we would have like world title matches. Nah, it made sense because you got Seth broke down, Roman defended his title. You had the men's main event. It made perfect sense that it's all right. It's either gonna be Punk or Cody. You had Roman and Seth sitting up in a box seats.
But you got to think about this.
That's the only thing that made it seem more prestigious, having the champions watching. But besides that, it's like, I don't care.
But you got to remember,
because I didn't think anybody was going to show up.
Back in the day, though, we didn't have a women's Rumble match back in the day, so that's why we had all of those extra matches too. So having a women's Rumble match is what definitely shortened that card, because that's 60, 65 minutes that they don't have to worry about putting in little filler matches and building up a feud. That's just
honestly,
women.
It was an old school Rumble. It was an old school Rumble. It was a throwback to when I was basically negative, not negative. I was literally zero. That's what it was.
I will say that. I will say at one point it did get to an old school Rumble with they had more than 5 guys in the ring at once. I miss Rumbles like that. That's the one thing I don't like about the current format of the Royal Rumble. Being as old as I am, of course, I saw the very first Royal Rumble where it was everybody in the ring at one time. I miss battle royals like that.
when the winner didn't win anything, they just won, which is why
Right.
Hulk Hogan has won.
which is why the very first winner of the Royal Rumble was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Right. The winner has not always went to WrestleMania. They're just
right.
like, oh,
While
we've
had winners like Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Big John Studd. Okay, like
they don't mention them people. They don't mention them at all. They'd be like,
right.
yeah, Rumble don't count until we start saying WrestleMania title shot.
Right. Like I miss the days of battle royals when every man was in the ring at once. Yes, it was chaos and chaotic, but it's called a rumble.
Right.
A rumble. I don't know podcast fans, and I don't know my podcast brothers, how many of y'all have ever been in what's considered a rumble. I have. When it's a rumble, there is definitely more than 15 to 20 people involved in it. And everybody's swinging and hitting everybody. Okay, so what they have now is more of a fatal four-way triple threat style rumble match that they got going on. Because you never really got more than like 5 people in the match or like 5 people or 6 people in the ring. It's never a lot of people.
They max it out at 6 because of the video game. Because the video game maxes it out at 6. So they're like, oh, we want to make it realistic to the game. Like, no.
I believe that.
Like in real life, if there's going to be more than 6 people in this ring, like there's going to be 10, there's going to be 12. Like, forget about trying to simulate a game. I want to see as many people as possible in this ring to just so it just looks like, oh my God, who was that hitting that person? That's all I want to know. Like, oh, somebody just flew out the ring. I don't know who that was, but they out. Those are the rumbles I like.
Yo, you have no idea. If I wrote a book about just my work week, you would be like, what the fuck? If I tell y'all about my work week.
So get back into the Rumble. So Logan Paul, like you were talking about, Logan Paul and KO, the match.
We knew Logan Paul was going to win. At least it had a little bit of excitement in it.
Well, my question was about the ending. What are the opinions on the ending? Because okay. All right. Okay. I saw people shitting all over it. I liked it. I liked it.
Like, come on now. How many times have we watched wrestling and we're like, oh, the referee didn't see that? Come on now. The referee, for once for the first time ever in a long time, a referee had common sense and had
to look up
brass knucks on his hand as he's holding his hand right there in like the vicinity of him counting. Like,
and look, even the ref hit him with the Kevin, come on.
Right,
like the ref legit said, Kevin, come on.
He said, you motherfucker, what you doing with the brass knucks?
Right.
Kevin looked at him like, I was about to give you the U.S. title, but I got to disqualify you now.
Right. The ref legit said, Kevin, come on. Like, and he pointed at it like, bro, what are you doing? They got no choice.
Wrestling. If that was a heel, what would the heel do? He's either going to try and cover his hand up or he go, bank, whoop,
tuck it.
What? Mm-hmm. Now, Kevin, you couldn't think of none of those?
You used to be a heel about 4 months ago. Like you don't remember nothing?
He's low-key the Stone. Fuck that. He is the Stone Cold of this generation. He's not a face, he's not a heel. He's just KO. That's how Stone Cold was. He ain't no face, he ain't no heel. He's just Stone Cold.
KO is a face because this motherfucker double punched Grayson Waller and Austin Theory at the same fucking time. He said, I told you I could punch them both at the same time. That makes him a fucking face. I don't care.
It's like, KO, you got common sense now, man. Come on now.
I like the ending, Mongo, to answer your question. I like the ending. I thought the ending made sense.
Didn't like that.
I think people just now, especially, people just think that all DQ or double count out endings are bullshit. and they're not. When you use them right, they make sense. Like,
To
would
keep
you
the story
rather have?
going.
Would you would have rather
Dusty finish makes
Paul
sense as long as it's
Kevin
executed
Owens?
properly.
I didn't want Logan Paul to pin Kevin Owens. This is the
Right.
out. And then he power bombs
Mhm.
Logan, so he got his revenge. He moves on, right? But I did not want to see Logan Paul pin this man. So
Right.
Right.
I'm fine with it. And I think it's what is the
It's a
last
great
time?
out.
It's just they got a little creative with the DQ.
And you know what, Mongo? And you know what would happen on Twitter? Had he had pinned KO, people would be destroying it. Like, you can't win. You can't win. Because people know.
If he had pinned him, they would say, KO was buried. KO
Nobody
went from
wants to
main
see-
event night one of WrestleMania to getting pinned by Logan Paul. Oh, he's
Exactly.
done.
Nobody wants to see Logan Paul pin KO. And to Matt's point, you talk about getting buried. That's getting buried right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how good Logan Paul has been as a wrestler in WWE. That is getting buried. You letting one of your top stars in the past decade get pinned by a YouTuber? Nah.
Because this ain't like him getting beat up by Stone Cold. That's different. Stone Cold is
Right.
Stone Cold.
Right. And this ain't even like Logan beating Rey Mysterio for the belt, because Rey Mysterio is Rey Mysterio. That's a fucking legend. He can afford to lose to any fucking body and it not do nothing to his career.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, I like the ending, Mongo. I honestly, that was the second best matchup of the night.
I think they're all tied for last, honestly. Like I like that, but I guess out of the three matches, it was fine. The thing is, like, I hated the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, it was boring.
Because
And
it was exactly what we thought it was gonna be, and it was just like, okay, fuck, yeah, interference, yeah, okay, so they're solo, cool, yeah, let's hurry this up a little bit, let's just move on. And
I enjoyed the pay-per-view. I enjoyed the pay-per-view.
Okay, and I think I have a different view on it because I, more than anybody else here, is so damn tired of this Roman Reigns run.
Oh yeah, I know you are.
No, listen. Besides, other than him getting us points for NWO, we're tired of the shit too, bro. Like, let's be real.
I like it because he's just giving me. Hey, I'm not Matty Reigns right now, but the man is giving me so much material for when I do show back up. Oh God, y'all gonna hate me. That's why y'all hate
Roman. Roman can definitely lose, but for NWO's sake and fantasy point wise, no, we don't want him to lose. But yeah, I'm tired of Solo jumping in. Like, we knew that was going to happen.
It was a great night for us for the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Like, we had Bayley,
absolutely fantastic.
We had Roman, we had Gunther.
Like, it was absolutely fantastic night. Like other than that, yeah, Roman. Roman can give the belt up. He can definitely give the belt
at this
up.
point, I'll just be like, all right, what Roman wearing? Like, what merchandise is he about to have? What's the next shirt he's peddling for me to possibly buy?
Hey, to me, the Rumble accomplished a few things. Number one, it did a great job of being proactive, putting someone like Jordan Grace on that spotlight and pushing her the way they did. Also, it did a great job of temporarily taking your mind off of what happened during that week.
Right.
Even though the matches were predictable, I enjoyed that Fatal 4-Way. I know I'm in the minority. I love the KO Logan Paul match. Listen, the men's Royal Rumble match, hey, for me, it was great because fucking Punk didn't win it. Anybody but Punk.
I had Punk to win. I was salty he didn't win.
What?
I was like, hey,
you know what, Mike? Mike, you know what? Now that you said that shit, the men's Royal Rumble match was fucking amazing. Punk didn't win and he got fucking injured. I take that fucking back. The men's Royal Rumble match was the best match of the night.
I wanted
Yeah,
them
anybody
boys
but
to go
Punk.
raw, baby.
Like my man Drew and Meek Mill said, I used to pray for times like this to where I'm like, I used to pray. So,
Yeah,
I said,
Punk
and
didn't win.
see, and then Punk didn't win, but you saw me post it in Top Rope. I need more Drew versus Punk because that was the ultimate story that was told.
Mhm.
And then he eliminated
haters
him. I'm
on
like,
what?
all right,
Listen,
Drew gonna
hold
get
on,
it back
hold
in
on.
blood, player. Drew gonna get it back in blood. Oh, somebody want to tear their
Cookies.
tricep. Okay.
Cookies. Have you not watched us? Don't none of us like no motherfucking CM Punk. And I'm probably, and I put it to you this way: everybody else on this podcast likes CM Punk a hell of a lot more than what the fuck I do.
Yeah, Kenny don't like him at all. I actually own merchandise of his.
Kenny been a hater since day one.
I liked him at one point. I don't care for him now. I don't care for him at all because his theme song is the remastered one. It's ass. If it was the other one, I would be more in tune with him. But he's just old and just broke down.
Man,
but I could not. I needed more of him versus Drew. And the fact that Drew was being this petty towards him is satisfaction enough because this Drew is about to be on a whole nother level. This man got scores to settle. He does not care about how he wins. He is shocked when he low blows people. Just happens to low blow somebody, and then he claymores the shit out of him. Like this. He's just scratching the surface with this character. I honestly feel like
Cookies. I'm gonna tell you this. Do you see the way the black community has hate for Hulk Hogan? CM Punk is my Hulk Hogan. CM Punk is my Hulk Hogan. I hate Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
CM Punk is my ultimate Hulk Hogan. Like the hate.
Yeah,
not the racism part, but the hate. I hate Phil Brooks. I hate that motherfucker. Hate him.
Can you see him in the New York City streets? He might snuff him.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's worth that risk in me doing a little bit of time. I genuinely don't like him.
I was on Punk's side. Like when he initially left WWE.
Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I genuinely don't like anything about him. Nothing about him. Like
I've been
nothing.
I've been cool on CM Punk ever since he left WWE. And then he said he did the podcast with Colt Cabana. He said, "Oh, I ain't never gonna come back to wrestling. I'm good. He tried the UFC junk. He got his ass beat. I didn't make fun of him. I just kind of looked at him like, well, you lost. Oh well. You lost.
I made fun of him, especially since the fact that his ass got
I was
beat
like, you lost. He showed up in AEW. They showed that
beat the
dude
fuck down and choked down.
I didn't care that he showed up. Like I watched when he showed up in AEW, but it's like, all right, you back. I know what you back for. You need some money. That's all it was. It's like you need a cash grab. He's like, I missed you. You ain't miss us. You missed that money.
Fucking lying bitch.
You missed that money. That's how I just looked at him now. He gave a great ass promo Monday night, and I was like, damn, he's spitting truth. Okay. Now go sit on down, get fixed up. Now sit on down, get fixed up. Now 2024, when we talking about the 2024 draft, we might look at you. But go on, bye. Bye.
Yeah, like Punk. I'm
gonna tell you this right now, Matt. You put CM Punk on NWO roster. That's gonna be the first time you ever gonna see me wish us get negatives. Every time that motherfucker wrestles, I hope we fucking get a negative. I don't give a fuck. I have no problem losing a season as long as he fucking loses. I have no problem. And you know me, I can get over hating somebody if they on NWO roster just to get us some points. Not that nigga.
You and Mongo convinced me to like Elias because remember I used to call him guitar ass dude. Oh yeah, fuck this dude. I don't care about him. Fuck him and his guitar. I don't care about him.
Nope.
Then El Vagabondo showed up. Oh, okay. I kind of see what y'all talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as the men's Rumble, yeah, fuck Punk. He didn't win. And we get the and
Mongo Wee-Wop.
Right, that's pretty much all Mongo did. He just asked Wee-Wop. The men's fatal 4-way match. I gotta agree with Mongo. I'm getting tired of seeing Roman getting hit with every finisher in the book, and then him getting saved at the end. This man was laid the fuck out, yo. He got hit with a Styles Clash. He got hit with the super goddamn RKO. He got hit with the LA Knight drop you on your forehead move. Like, he got fucked up. Let's be realistic. Roman got his ass whooped. Okay.
Watch somebody, they showing like footage for the new for 2K24. They got it like they got Cody versus Roman on there. Why they have Cody do the triple crossroads on Roman? Roman bleeding.
Oh,
he kicked out that motherfucker.
Roman kicked out two. A triple crossroads, and Roman kicked out at 2. That is cheating. I saw it. That is cheating.
Like, this motherfucker still kicked out.
You know why? Because think about it. Raw is centered around most of the key talent. It's centered around the World Heavyweight Championship. It's centered around the Intercontinental Championship. It's centered around whatever tag team titles are being defended. And it's centered around the people in those divisions. SmackDown, it is the Roman show. The majority of that show is centered around Roman and the bloodline.
The Roman turns.
Let's get into these predictions. Let's get into these predictions. So let's get into these predictions. That's what we need. And the women's, you know what? Fuck it. I'm predicting.
Hold on. Whoa. You're what?
Yeah, that's right. Fuck it. I'm doing it. I told you we'll see what happens after. Wait, but what did I say? What did I say yesterday, Matt? I said I'm not joining. I'm saying that with a sober mind. We'll see what happens after I drink something and smoke on something. If my ass decides to join.
I called this shit. I called this shit last week. I'm just saying.
Right. NWO knew. We knew.
Pull up the card, Mongo. God damn it. And I know I'm picking first because I know I absolutely fantastically came in last place.
The great state of Tennessee in Clarksville, baby. Not Nashville, but it's I guess it's just as good. I don't really know much about Clarksville.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Clarksville, I said, "What the hell is a Clarksville, Tennessee?"
I was like, I don't even know where that's at. I know where Nashville is at. Know where Memphis is at.
Right. I know Memphis and Nashville and Knoxville. I know Clarksville.
Right. Those
okay. I do have one bit of information to share that may have people on the fence about who they want to win for a certain matchup. Me and Matt talked about this yesterday on the podcast, how the Dusty Rhodes Classic is actually featuring 3 people who could possibly be called up at literally any given moment in time with Trick, Braun, and Mello. Here's a little bit of information. I don't know if it will put your picks in one way or another. As of now, Mello, Trick, and Braun are all slated to be at this week's SmackDown.
That doesn't change anything because three of them were those three are in the match. So
Right. But I'm just saying.
it doesn't change much.
It doesn't change too much, but it does put a little bit more weight on who you decide you want to pick. Because, like me and Matt was saying, normally a match like this would be someone's, go home match. Like this is their last match. They're going to be called up to the main roster. In this scenario, you have people from both sides. So who the hell do you take to be the loser in this situation? Because usually the loser is the one that's going to go up to the main roster. In this scenario, the winners could be the ones actually going up. So there's no fucking clue. Hey, what's going on, Kanisha? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
And also, one of them still has another match.
Hey, Kanisha.
So that's going to be a tough one to pick.
Right.
Before we get started, I need to tell y'all who won. And I don't want to say this, but Batty, congratulations. You managed. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You lost.
Oh shit!
That's a fucked up shit.
Paid me out too. That was not me laughing or like.
Oh shit!
That's why I started clapping. Damn. I'm sorry you lost. Hey, I was getting my posse. I was clapping because I thought she asked me what. Damn.
Mongo, the level of pettiness right there.
I love it.
Actually, so
be salty. Like, damn.
First, I'll say who picked the least or who picked worst.
That was me.
That was me.
Mainly because I picked Gunther and Bianca.
For the chat, Batty and Cookies both tied.
Oh,
but then Batty won as far as the predictions go, as far as the tiebreakers go. So Batty managed to not be in dead last.
Cookies means you came in dead last again. Well, welcome to the club, Cookies. You with me?
There you go, Batty. Did it. You ain't in last.
As far as who came in last with us, Kenny. It was Kenny.
Kenny, I told you.
And then the three of us tied, and then Tito won. So
yeah, I knew I came in last. I said it because I think fucking Bianca and Gunther.
Somehow Tito won.
If you ain't first, you last.
Yeah.
Tito is the mankind to Rock and Stone Cold.
Yeah, we're Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Well, never mind. Let's not talk about that. Let's get into Vengeance Day.
And my ass is X-Pac.
First matchup.
Never win shit.
He was talking about the Dusty Rhodes Classic finale. We got Trick Mellow Gang against the Wolf Dogs. And y'all, I hate to see that team die. I really do. Both of them. But especially the Wolf Dogs. The Wolf Dogs is the funnest shit I have had on NXT in a long time. It's so fun. It is.
I'm going Wolf Dogs.
All right. Matt?
Give me Trick Mellow Gang.
Let's see. Trick Mellow Gang. Mike, who you got?
Cookies taking Trick Mellow Gang, Mongo.
I'm going with the Wolf Dogs.
Batty's
All right.
Cookies, Trick Mellow, Batty is on Wolf Dogs.
All right, let's see.
Kanisha, are you getting these predictions? If you are, you got to tell us who you think is going to win these matches.
Shit. I think Wolf Dogs. Yeah, Wolf Dogs.
Reggie is going Trick Mellow.
I got my reason, but yeah, we'll do Wolf Dogs. Tito, who you got?
Give me the The guy who thinks about the other guy in the shower.
Wolf dogs.
Wolf dog.
You want to go with yourself? Is that what you're telling me? You
No,
wanna-
no.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Kanisha is going wolf
What's
dogs.
wrong with it, man? All right. Next up, we got the no DQ match: Joe Gacy versus Dijak.
Shit. Give me Dijak.
All right.
Batty is going Gacy. Cookies is going Gacy. Reggie's going Dijak.
Give me Gacy, even though I really low key want to go Dijak, but he is low key the NXT doll.
Kanisha's going Dijak.
All right.
yeah,
Mike,
I'm going Gacy.
I mean, Dijak's got to win one of these things now at some point.
Right.
Right? You got to win at some point.
That's the
both
main
need to
reason why I
win.
picked Dijak, yo. Like that's the main reason why I picked Dijak. Like
They
he
both
gotta
need
get
to
a
win.
win. They
Yeah,
really
but-
do.
Gacy can take another loss. I think Dijak really has got to get some kind of dub in there.
All right,
I think they gonna push another crazy baby face.
Yeah.
fuck you,
Gacy.
give me Dijak because that has low key become one of my favorite guys. Just because he just low, he just
He's whipping people's asses.
he just does shit. And I
What you got,
love
Tito?
that.
Give me Dijak.
Like he's not even the terrible Terminator anymore. He's just I'm here to hurt you. And
Right,
he
he's
stuck
Dijak-
out there, fake Okada.
Because like I think, like he hasn't won any of these shits when it counts. So like they gotta give it to him at least one time.
Mike is the only person going Gacy.
Hey, if he wins, Mike wins.
Interesting. I love it.
Gacy getting knocked into the giant ass bin, and then 5 seconds later, Ava's
Popping
getting
back
yelled
up.
at. Ava's getting yelled, or Ava's yelling at Dijak in front of the bin, and Gacy just pops out of the trash, chewing on. I don't know what he was chewing on. He probably didn't need to be chewing on that. Looked like a rubber, being honest. Looked like there was something used. But no DQ sounds interesting. He just kind of goes back into the trash like he's fucking the Oscar the Grouch. Yeah. Or what's his name from the Chappelle Show? That's why I
Tyrone.
say fuck it. Big ass puppet. Oh man. Next up is a 6-person tag. The family, including their debut. I guess not debuting, but their latest addition against OTM with Jada Parker.
Yes, Miss Parker, baby.
Oh yeah.
Me and HBK. No, I'll be right there with HBK. I'll be right there with him.
This is just a get back match, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's not for any belt or anything. Yeah.
Jada Parker.
All right, give me
NXT
OTM.
Right after Last Legend. Those are my two that I like in NXT right there.
Baddie's
That's
taking.
right. That's right, Baddie. Black History Month.
Baddie's taking the niggas.
So am I.
Cookies is taking the
Sorry,
Italians.
Spaghetti Man.
Who'd you say, Kenny?
I'm taking the niggas. Baddie is taking the niggas. Kanisha's
Matt's
taking the
OTM.
niggas.
Cookies is taking the family. Baddie's OTM.
Right. Kanisha's taking
I'm taking
the
Miss
niggas.
Parker and her friends. Miss Parker and friends.
I Mike.
Matt is taking the niggas.
I'm taking Miss Parker and friends.
I'm not saying.
Oh, care about them.
I'm not doing.
Hey Mongo. In the words of Dave Chappelle, you know I always gotta come see my favorite family, the niggas.
Oh, you care about the other dudes. We here for Miss Parker. Yeah.
Right, Matt. Yep, exactly.
Right.
Miss
Right.
Parker
That's the
and
only.
friends.
Reggie's taking himself and his peoples.
Is this Griff Garrison coming out on New Japan?
Shit. It might be.
Oh my gosh. He looks
right,
ridiculous. Oh my
who's
goodness, he looks
Mongo.
ridiculous.
I'm not saying that, but yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
Oh, Clark Connors.
Tito.
That's what it is. Man,
Give me Miss Parker and those other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Mongo.
Shit,
All I
and
know is
chat's even keeping up with us. So I got to go back and look at shit. I like this. This is a productive day.
All
Right.
I know is when Last Legend of Miss Parker win the
Damn.
women's title, I'm gonna be like Drake. Hey, we started this. We created this. It's here.
Next up is the North American title. It's Dragon Lee against Oba Femi.
Anybody not taking Wakanda?
I am taking Dragon Lee just for the simple fact he's Dragon Lee. Just
Here's
for
the
simple fact. I'm taking
I am
Dragon
also
Lee.
taking Dragon Lee.
You taking Dragon
I
Lee over
believe in
Wakanda?
the power of the dragon, damn it.
I don't think he's to have a long ass title run, and I think maybe they put it back on Dragon Lee.
Oh, hey, y'all think I'll be playing when I put that Dragon Zord gift up? That dude got the power of Tommy. He has the power of the Green
Well-
Ranger.
Give me Umbaku. I'm taking Umbaku.
I'm giving everybody else Oba Femi unless y'all tell me differently. Chat
Give
included.
me
I just
Dragon Zord.
Right, Mongo.
Reggie is taking the Jabari tribe.
Dragon's gonna die.
If Dragon win, we are. It better not. If SmackDown better not have no title defenses because we only down 23. So if Dragon wins on a pay-per-view, oh.
Reeling them in, boys.
Here we go, Dragon. Here we go. It's worth the time, damn it.
Dragon D's nuts. Sorry. Had to stop. Had to hold myself back. Sorry.
Batty is taking as well.
Oh, it's taking him back.
So
Next up,
Cookie's taking Dragonzord.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez against Lyra. Anyone not picking Lyra? All right. Cool.
Oh yeah, that's our other title defense.
Wait, why me and Mike did the same shit? Alright.
I only
We hit
worry
you.
about her.
That's,
for the-
Mongo, just to let you know, that's the silent version of nigga, please. You know that.
Mongo will probably agree with me, man. I'd be worried about her because Lola. I'm worried about Lola. Like, I can't wait to put her on the bench after this because
Yeah, Lola's cashing that. Lola's cashing that contract in. Oh, Kanisha's taking Dragon, Mongo.
All right. I'm just gonna assume everybody in the chat's also doing Lyra, unless y'all tell me differently. We're just gonna.
Anybody says different, don't need to be watching us no more.
Finally, we got the NXT Championship. Trick Williams taking on Ilya Dragunov, the man that attacked him months ago. Right.
Give me
no.
No.
Give me
On Dragunov.
yeah. Definitely.
I'm going Dragunov. Sorry, Trick. Sorry, Trick, Maddie. You not winning. Sorry, Trick. I'll
Yeah,
give you the
Trick
dusty, buddy.
gonna die. It's gonna be a
And
bad
again,
night for Trick.
Anybody else in the chat? I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to y'all. If y'all want to change it, let me know.
Yeah, Reggie's taking Dragunov too, and we're gonna find out that Dragunov and Mello were working together.
That's a possibility too. But here's where we're gonna change shit up. We're gonna get 3
Oh,
tiebreakers.
Mongo tiebreakers.
No,
I thought we were
boy.
done. Like, okay, yeah, we done with predictions. Forgot all about your
Who
tiebreakers. That quick.
in the Dusty Cup? Who turns on who first?
Oh,
Baron
shit.
Corbin or Braun Breaker?
Baron or Braun?
Braun.
Braun.
Okay.
Neither.
That.
It's a valid answer.
Right.
Kanisha says Corbin.
All right. I'm
Reggie says
gonna
neither.
say Baron. Tito.
Corbin.
Everybody that's taking Baron, do y'all not remember that Braun's uncle is crazy ass Scott Steiner? Like that nigga has any kind of Braun has the
Common
same mental
sense.
capacity as Scott.
Braun is still tanning, and he is my color now.
No, he's not. That man is the color of a Spalding. That man is orange.
Next up, I'm gonna need y'all to get creative and think about this.
Oh, Lord.
Batty is taking Baron, and Cookies is taking Braun.
All right. So, what is the worst spot in the no DQ match?
Ooh. The worst spot.
Trying to predict the biggest, most what the fuck were they doing spot.
I'll say mine right now. He gonna drop Gacy on some Legos. Boom. There we go.
Let's put Matt down for Legos.
Bot's top rope spot.
Okay. Okay. Mike.
This is probably the most fucked up question you've ever asked us.
Right.
It's
Like,
a
he
fucking
can
Mongo question.
Like,
Kanisha said something to do with the announce table.
Okay.
Batty said Dijak going through a wall.
damn.
We'll put Wall down for Betty.
Them doing a slam off the stage.
Slam off the stage. Okay.
I'm mad you got me wasting my fucking high right now using my brain. You bitch.
Right.
Like,
Right.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's a shame.
Right.
I
Like,
think it's going to be a bad spot where someone's landing on that floor. Not great. I don't know if it's going to be Dijak throwing his ass down with a choke slam, or if it's going to be, a pile driver going off the apron or something. But they're going to do something real stupid that ends up with them on the floor. Because I think that's worse. I think that's worse than like a table spot, because the table's supposed to break your fall. If you go straight from the top of the rope to the floor with no way to sit to catch yourself, that shit sucks.
that's why I was conflicted, and that's why I said the top rope watch. Like, somebody's gonna try to. I got a feeling we're gonna try to get Gacy doing a fucking Spanish fly.
Okay. I'm calling mine a bad floor landing. I think it does well enough. Tito, what you got?
It's gonna be something involving like Dijak tying him up with like a chain or some shit and doing some real sadistic shit.
something would change. Okay. And last, we got to have one every time. How long does the North American title match last?
No, my goodness.
Cookie says slam on the chairs. That's the
Okay.
what the fuck spot.
That's also one that makes me kind of feel
Oh
gross.
my
That's
God.
not a bad pick.
How long is the North American title match?
Yep.
That's
Obafemi and Dragon Lee.
11-11.
Make a wish.
Reggie says slam on a car in parking lot.
Good Lord.
All right. I'm not giving bonus points for perfect accuracy, so I'm just like putting as general as I can make it for all of us without it like overlapping with each other, you know?
Right.
So like I got
All right,
bad
then give
floor
me
landing,
11.
but if the bad floor landing comes from a botched top rope spot, then I give it to Kenny.
Okay.
Change me from what Legos to dumpster.
All right.
Something involving trash because he was in the trash. And then for my time, I'm not
For
gonna
the
go
time,
824. I'm not gonna go 824. I'm gonna go 12 minutes. Just give me 12 minutes.
All right.
12 minutes.
Kenny,
I was
you
gonna
wanna
say
change
for the
it?
time, do you want us to give a rounded number, or do you want us to do like how I just did the 11-11?
You can make it
Which
as
one would you-
exact or rounded as you would like. We're doing
Price is
Hey,
right.
give me
Price is Right rules. So
all right then. If that's the
accuracy
case,
good.
give me 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
11:30. All right, Mike, how about you?
Give me 5 minutes.
Damn it!
Dragon gonna die.
Mike can be doing. I was doing the same shit. I was like, look, I might not have the right pick, but this shit ain't lasting 11 minutes. I don't think. I
Fuck
think
it,
this
give
is
me
gonna be
now.
short.
Fuck that. I'll go back to my old times. Shit. 824. Damn.
It could.
Shout
I
out
don't think
Kofi.
it lasts long.
824. There we go. Let it end at 822.
You know what?
Kanisha's going
You know what?
12-13.
You know what? All right. All right. 12-13. Okay. I'm gonna go back and change it to Obafemi for me because I think they're gonna give this guy a crazy ass quick finish to solidify him to send Dragon back up.
I don't know
3
what they're
minutes.
doing with Dragon.
3
That's
minutes.
why I be like, yep, Dragon.
3 minutes for me.
3?
Now,
Wow.
3.
Wait, Kanisha said change her to 7:15.
All right. Now again, for anybody that isn't familiar, we say the Price is Right time, meaning as close as you can go without going
Without
over.
going over.
So I said 3 minutes. If it's 2:30, that match lasts 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We all got it wrong because we're all over. We toss that shit out. That's you don't know that. I'm sure he eats cereal like a regular man.
The gender don't even eat cereal.
He probably just puts a hand in there and grabs some.
He ain't got time to milk.
Gender crushes the wheat with his bare hands and just lets it fall into his mouth. That's what he does. Okay.
Now that's a man. That's a man right there. It's a real man. That's something we all wish we could be right there.
The Maharaja, baby.
The Maharaja
Tito.
Mac Daddy.
What's your time, Tito?
Give me 7-11.
7-11. All right, we got 11-11.
Cookie said
7-11.
1 minute.
Damn.
1 minute? Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess he can't go over.
1-on-1. Here we come.
I guess he can't go over. Would you say 7-11?
The reason why I'm saying 11 minutes is because they gave Oba about a good 8-9 minutes in that fucking breakout store finale match.
Yeah,
they gave him that
and
much time. If they gave him that much time on that regular NXT show, I'm thinking they'll give him double digits for
and you could be right. He did have that long match with Jensen. That was like a house or dark match, when he had his Journey song. So maybe they do, but I don't think it's. I think it's about showing how damn terrifying he is,
Dragon gonna die.
and that means a quick. Reggie, did you put your name? Did you put your time in here yet? No. So yeah, that is we have some
Is
pretty
that the main event?
No, the
Damn,
main event's Trick and Dragunov.
Okay, that's right. Reggie said give him 4.
4 minutes. All right.
4 minutes.
All right. Anybody want to change anything last time real quick? 10, 9, 8, 7,
Give me 10
3,
minutes.
2, 1.
It's
I
in
said
there.
give me 10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right, we're locked in.
We ain't locked in.
Everybody
3,
on
2, 1.
everybody on the cast, y'all got one pick to change by Sunday.
Ow.
Everybody in the chat, y'all motherfuckers is locked in. Y'all can't change
Good
shit
luck.
because we ain't got
Good
no way
luck.
of getting it to y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all
good luck with
locked.
that shit.
One pick every day.
Right. We can tell Mongo up until Sunday. Give me I was lying. I don't want that. I didn't want that. We can do that which is
I'm gonna be dealing with that shit all Saturday. I just know it. Just like
definitely are.
So,
You're gonna be dealing with that shit all Sunday until you tell us that the shit is locked.
I'm gonna jump in there.
Especially for me
I'm
and
gonna
Mike.
jump in at like 3:13 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Jump in the middle of the night, like locked. 3:13 a.m. on Sunday, locked.
Because I feel good about that Gacy pick now. By Sunday, I may be like,
Right.
I might change back to Dragon Lee, but I got a feeling. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Anyway. We got those predictions out of the way. Let's keep talking the rest of the week. Rumble happened.
The best thing about the rest of the week was my man Drew McIntyre going on the best meme rant ever, making fun of CM Punk ripping his arm. So my man put up a meme of him by the grave, talking about CM Punk's WrestleMania dreams. He got a video of him. He got a video of him in the gym playing Dreams and Nightmares from Meek Mills. And he is letting that line run. I used to pray for times like this. That man told Punk he prayed for his demise.
It was the caption on the video, though. It says, never skip arm day.
Right.
Drew was on a run that I haven't seen since it was me when we found out Hulk Hogan didn't like black people, because I went off on him with memes that day. And Drew to say, yeah, I see you, Maddie. I see you, Sensei. I'm gonna show you what I've learned.
Whoa. Damn.
Damn. They turned on Reggie so quick. But I mean, yeah, Drew has been at the most pettiest levels, and it's been
fantastic.
I honestly, if you're not going to put the belt on him, if you're not going to put the belt on Priest, put the belt on him. But that man better have he got to be in the title picture at this point. With Seth.
Here's the thing. Like I said in the chat, if y'all are not gonna put the belt on Drew, bring back King of the Ring and put that shit on Drew. King Drew running around there being petty would be fucking great. Would be fucking amazing and great. You know what I mean? Like they could definitely run with that shit. So
Like
what else? Oh, I know something else I want to talk about in wrestling news. Marty Jannetty is about to have his motherfucking leg cut off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he found out his sister passed away, and then he got the news that he got to get his leg cut off. It's like, damn, we got too much bad news hitting him.
Right.
Oh,
Marty Jannetty this week found out that his sister passed away. And this, like you said, Matt, the same day, doctor said, yeah, we're going to have to take that leg from you. Talk about needing a drink.
right.
Like, shit. Somebody tell you your sister died and they going to take your limb?
They took your sister and your leg.
But Mongo was wrong about one thing when he said the wrestling news, while it's been kind of quiet, he was wrong about one thing, because there is one other thing that did come out from this Vince McMahon scenario that we talked about last week.
Yeah, in the last like 6 hours.
In the last 6 hours, John Laurinaitis, the other man who is being accused in these allegations with Vince, has pretty much had his lawyer come out and say that John was, of course, being accused of something that he did not commit. And on top of that, saying John Laurinaitis is a victim.
No, the hell you ain't.
Pretty much saying that Vince forced him to do the shit that he was doing.
The fuck he ain't.
Like I told King before we got on, I was like, so he trying to say that Vince made him get hard? Is that what he's trying to say?
Hey,
right.
Ain't nothing about that man scream victim.
Vince took the penis and shoved it in that shit for him.
Right, like my dude. Vince said make you do nothing.
Right. Well, you ain't do. Basically, he's trying to say Vince made him do everything that this young woman is placed in her lawsuit and accusing these gentlemen of doing. Yeah. John, you ain't no victim.
Right.
That excuse might work for the Bella twins' mother, but nah. The rest of us, nah.
He about to go to jail. That's all he tried to avoid jail. He better fight. He better look at his finances, because him and Vince about to be paying.
Because unlike Vince, brother, you going to jail. Vince ain't gonna go to jail because he got enough money to stay out of it. But you,
that's why I said Vince did all of this. He prepared himself for all of this. He got all that stock. He sold it. And people like, what's he gonna do with all that money? Pay off all the people that's about to sue him. That's what he's about to do. He is about to pay off every single person that sues him.
Y'all are bugging. What you call it? Vince is definitely about to pay off every single person that is suing him, because he ain't got no choice. He really, really, really doesn't have a choice. And like Matt said, that was so fucking smart. That was so smart. The other thing I want to talk about in wrestling that happened this week, it appears that Wardlow may be legitimately injured. Yesterday on Dynamite, there was a spot where during the match with him and Commander where he hit the steps with his knee, and then about, I say a good 2 minutes later, tried to hit Commander with the power bomb and damn near buckled and fell because his knee isn't giving out. Sources say that AEW is fearing it may be a torn meniscus.
Well, he gonna be gone for some months.
Well, depending upon the grade, well, as we found out, depending upon the grade of the tear, he may or may not miss time. So depending upon how bad it is. So we can't say that he's definitely going to miss time, but there's rumors going around that it's a possible torn meniscus. Other AEW news, there are definitely rumors saying that Mercedes Mone, former Sasha Banks, will be officially making her AEW debut in March.
Okay.
So right after Revolution, since Revolution is like the March 3rd or some shit like that. That's
So she basically be debuting on Dynamite if she ain't debuting at Revolution.
Pretty much. It should be pretty much basically debuting at that Dynamite. And you know what? They kind of need it right now. They need the. Oh, whoa, wow. Wow. Y'all are getting vicious in these.
Reggie getting some nasty comebacks. He getting some scary comebacks. Lord Jesus.
That's scary.
That's what I said. Y'all getting some scary comebacks. Dang. And now I'm dead.
Literally.
Right.
Wow. Wow. Yo. Thank you, UTR.
To that corner. You to that corner.
Thank you, UTR chat, for keeping us on our toes. Because y'all, wow.
I really want that predictions title.
I love it. I love the fact that we have fans that go hard after this for a title that they probably will never have a chance to physically feel, but it's just the honor of knowing that they're the fucking champion. I love it. I love that we have dedicated fans that are willing to do that. And I love the fact that we have fans who know how to use deodorant, so they ain't the average wrestling fan. I love it.
Yeah, most wrestling fans must be.
Cookies, my seasoned brother, after what you just said, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of shit that you do that will scare the fuck out of me. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of shit that you do that would scare the fuck out of me. So I'm good. I'm good on you, brother. Nah, Reggie, stop. That man is letting off AK shots at you. Stop, Reggie. Stop now. You the champ. Champs don't have to stoop down to that level. Remember that. But sheesh.
Fight.
Oh, the one thing I want to bring up. Bro, listen. Ring General. Okay. The one thing I do want to bring up, Matt.
What's up?
Two things happened yesterday during fucking Dynamite that we said better not had happened. Well, one thing was better not had happened, and the other thing was y'all better stop sleeping. The first thing that we said better not had happened, they goddamn had several pictures for that fucking Hangman and Tiana Lowe. Oh my gosh. I was so fucking pissed off. I was so pissed off. So pissed off. Like, why is this match taking so fucking long, yo? Matt, that match was. Those of you who didn't watch the show yesterday, me and Matt were discussing Dynamite, and we said that the match with Hangman and Leona should not be long at all. We should not get a picture-in-picture. That match should be very short, as we know what the outcome is going to be. But lo and behold, this is AEW, and we got like an 11, 12-minute match out that motherfucker. That shit was longer than it way should have
That did
been.
not need to be no 12 minute match. That should have been a straight up like 7-minute match. Get it over with.
If that. We should not have had picture in picture for no parts of that match.
Who was he wrestling? That dude from CML?
The dude from Gates of Agony. The one with the wild hair.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Tiona or something, whatever his name is.
But that should have not have happened. The other thing that happened that me and Matt warned people about was RVD was in his bag last night, and we got regular RVD, not super weed RVD. We got regular weed RVD. The one thing I do like was Hangman did make a point to Swerve. He said it's called dealer's choice, which means not only can I pick your opponent, I can pick your match. Oh. This is a notice, and that was so fucking smart. He made the match with Rob Van Dam a hardcore no disqualification match, which plays directly into Van Dam's forte. First thing Van Dam did was throw the fucking chair at Swerve's head. Soon as the bell rang, ding, ping. The first fucking thing he did. What you call it? Van Dam came off the top rope with the little spinning wheel leg drop when somebody's draped over the guardrail. Van Dam looked good once again. Like we said, when the last time Van Dam was on AEW television, he looked pretty good. I guess AEW was making this motherfucker do piss tests before each match. They're like, look, you ain't gonna go out here.
They just know he on weed and stretches.
Right. So that was cool to see Van Dam looking good for someone his age, still doing some of the things that he did. Anything else you guys want to talk about as far as what happened this week?
Oh no, I'm looking forward to whatever happens tomorrow on SmackDown. And we on the road to Vengeance Day.
How do y'all feel that they brought back the rankings in AEW?
Oh,
I hope that works. If they make it make sense this time.
Right. That's what I was getting ready to say. If they make it make sense. Because what I don't understand is
I was looking at the shit.
Is Adam Copeland is ranked number 3 and he ain't have a match yet on the rankings to be ranked yet.
But my shit is you got 4 men's title and whoever's number 1 could go for either 4.
I think the way they have it, I guess the way they have it ranked, whatever your rank is, that's the belt you're going after. Maybe
that's why I said they got to make it make sense because all they've done since they initially had them is add more belts.
And then my only other shit: when the fuck did the Hardys and Mark Briscoe become a trios team?
They just ain't got nothing to do.
I don't know.
They got the North Carolina boys hanging out together.
I don't know. When did they become a trios? Yeah, wait. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know.
They ain't got nothing else to do
because I'm looking at that shit and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
and how are they ranked higher than House of Black?
Y'all from Maryland, y'all close enough. Whatever.
That's what I mean. Like, if you're gonna bring it back, make it make sense. Like, all right, this is who's ranking for the world title. This is who's ranking for international, continental, TNT.
That's why I said they've made it more complicated now because they've done nothing but add more titles, and the rankings ain't going to mean anything with all these titles.
I do got a question. What is their secondary belt?
Exactly.
Either Orange Cassidy's. It has to be Orange Cassidy's belt. The TNT title is the TV title, even though when they initially introduced it, it was the secondary title.
So it's Orange Cassidy's. That's the secondary.
I would say, I think it's Orange Cassidy's
belt. So then what's Christian's belt?
The TV title. The TNT title is the TV title, basically.
Just
And
like
then the
just like
continental
the
thing, I don't know
TBS
what
will
that
be
is,
on
whatever
TV.
Eddie Kingston's triple belts is, or whatever that is. I don't know
Like
what
they
that
need, yeah, they need to get AEW. You need to make definitive which belt is. Like we know what your main belt is. Let's get some other tiers and divisions where we can get definitive answers for that. So that way it'll make your rankings a lot more easier because that way you'll know the guys who aren't quite main world titles can be ranked for the other stuff. Like
right.
get some definitive divisions. Like
And then like that, you could build storylines off of them divisions.
right, like let us know what your secondary title is, AEW. Like we're really
Right.
at a loss right now.
I know
Like
what it
it's not
should
even
be. I know what it should be. And I know where I'm going. If you have a little unification bout between the AEW International Champion against the AEW Continental Champion, the winner is the Intercontinental Champion. Boom. That's your secondary belt right there. That's your secondary belt right there.
No bullshit ass name it international and continental. Let's put them fuckers together. Intercontinental. Damn. Y'all act like y'all gonna
I'm gonna every chance I get, I'm gonna bring that up until I finally see it on my TV one day.
Mike has taken the argument that I had for so long for those women's tag titles, and they finally listened, and I passed it to him. AEW, y'all better listen.
Right, like
you can have an Intercontinental Championship.
All right, they are not going to sue you.
Exactly. They really aren't. Because even New Japan had an Intercontinental belt.
Exactly.
And a US belt.
They do not have dibs on Intercontinental. Damn, just do it.
You can have an Intercontinental Champion, Tony Khan. You don't need an international. You don't need a continental champion.
Nobody want to be no continental champion. No.
Right.
You can have an Intercontinental Champion. That way, instead of having 4 belts,
that sounds second rate.
You have your main title, your main card title, your television title. It's not hard, Tony Khan. The fuck you doing? We're gonna have an international champion and we're gonna have a continental champion. For fucking what? For fucking what? We're not stupid. You can't play in our faces like that, Tony Khan. We're not stupid.
That's all it is. Stop playing in our faces.
We're not stupid,
really
Tony
is.
Khan.
Over here got Intercontinental Champion A, Intercontinental Champion B. Just make them the Intercontinental Champion. Got 2 titles that are the same damn thing.
The same fucking thing.
You are not WWE. Y'all are not big enough to have a US and IC title. Y'all just need IC.
You do not.
So y'all need the IC so we can see who the fuck is the second person in charge of that shit.
We need to see who is the IC.
Right.
We don't need to know who the European champion is. Who cares about that champion?
Right.
Like, listen, put those 2 fucking belts together, and then you can have more clarity as to what your divisions are and who are in those divisions.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. Here's the thing. I think that we'll finally get that where it's a
they're gonna put Eddie Kingston
combination. They're definitely going to combine them, but I think they'll combine them only for one person. Pac. For some reason, Tony Khan loves Pac, and he wants to have a belt on Pac at all times when Pac is available.
And you know what? That is perfectly fine, Kenny. As long as I get a check. As long as I get paid.
Nah, fuck around.
They'll be stealing that idea from me.
Well, Ospreay's gonna fucking debut, and they're gonna give him a fucking UK belt too.
They're gonna tell him
That's more than likely.
He's gonna be Mike's argument. This shit's stupid. Let me get all of it.
Give it to Pac or give it to Darby.
Somebody.
And then,
But-
and then
Hey,
that
let Sting's ass take him. He can retire with them shit. So I don't give a damn.
Right. Y'all trying to let this old bastard retire with the tag team titles. So what the fuck?
He can go ahead and go off with the international belt. Then boom, all we got left is a continental belt. Oh man.
Like, oh my god! But yeah, we just went on a tangent about that fucking bullshit. But Tuesday was the first time it's been the first time in a while that I watched a full episode of NXT. I mean, like Tuesdays, like NXT, I'll glance at it, I'll peek at it, you know.
Right.
But it's been a while since I've like sat down and actually watched a full episode. I enjoyed the fuck out of this week's episode of NXT, and I love the ending. I love the ending. You had the face off with Dragunov and Trick. They're having a war of words. Here comes Mello.
Right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here comes Baron and Court. Here comes Baron and Braun, the Wolf Dogs, attacking Dragunov.
Whip their ass.
Whip their ass.
Get out of there.
Whip Dragunov's ass, and then here comes Mello. You have a face-off between Mello and Trick and the Wolf Dogs. And then all of a sudden, you just slowly see Trick attention veer off to Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the face-off, and then you have Mello looming in the background. That is a great image to catapult us into Sunday night.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's gonna end up being that Mello and Dragunov was working together. But here's the thing, though, like Mongo brought up before, it's gonna be hard to keep Mello as a heel with the way that they're pushing him as a face on SmackDown.
Right.
But then again, see, damn it, it would make sense if Vince was still in charge, because we knew that Vince didn't pay attention to NXT, so he would always change shit up. So it would make sense then. But now that Trips is there, we know Tripp pays attention to NXT, so it makes it a little bit harder for them to try to pull that off.
That's his baby. NXT is Tripp's baby, so he's gonna have both eyes on that at all times. So yeah, you're right, Kenny. Yeah.
Like if Vince was still in charge, them getting what you call it, them making Mello stay heel in NXT and then a new baby face on SmackDown makes perfect sense, because Vince never fucking pays attention. So we were like, yeah, it is what it is. We knew that shit. Like, we knew that was going to fucking happen. But it's gonna be might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
That Papa Paul is in charge of everything.
Yeah,
Papa Paul.
Trips likes them to stay. If they gonna show up if they start in NXT one way, he gonna keep them on the main roster that way for at least the beginning. Like Waller, I mean, I doubt Waller will ever be a face, but if he is, I mean, damn.
The last thing I want to bring up. Last thing I want to bring up before I think we get out of here is it looks like Velveteen Dream is heading back to the Indies. He put up a post on his Instagram, him in gear and costume, and the caption said, "Back to the Indies." Think possibly Trips let him. Nah, there's no way Trips let him come back now, especially after all this shit with Vince. Yeah, Vince fucked it up for everybody.
I think eventually
on his road to possibly trying to get back on WWE's radar.
Right. I think a year. Yeah, I think he'll be back in a year.
I don't know.
I don't even think he's going to get back. I think he's just wasted. He's going to wrestle, but he's never going to. They're not going to bring him back.
I don't think they can. Dude, look at what's going on right now. Look at what's going on. You can't. I don't think they honestly can bring back Dream because of the allegations that he has.
I mean, remember
I
that
mean, his-
video I shared earlier this week of Matt Riddle saying he thought he was going to get fired earlier than when he did, just because of all the stuff he was doing. That dude was not shocked he got fired. He knew what he was doing. He was like, man, I got a porn star pregnant. I was not shocked I got fired by them. He said that. I was like, oh, all right.
I mean, but his name is clear though. Ain't his name clear?
I don't mean no.
I get it, but listen.
Mike. You and I both know. Makes no difference if you are cleared or not. When you get the label of sexual predator and then at that child sexual predator, you're never going to get that stigmatism off of you.
I mean, but we've had other wrestlers. We've had other wrestlers who were accused of messing with underage girls.
If you're bringing up,
they're back wrestling. They're back wrestling for promotion.
But if you're talking about Austin Theory, it was also proven that Austin Theory was around the same age as that girl as well too.
I mean, I'm not even talking about Theory. I'm talking about other people. Like
I just feel like all the stuff that came with him, he's more baggage. Even though he is innocent, it's still baggage. And I just feel like they're gonna be like, yeah, you're a great wrestler and all. You're still baggage. And we don't want to go through that.
Right. It's unwanted publicity.
Right. Like, even though he's innocent, we don't want to go through all of this of saying, oh, he's better now. We don't want to have to go through all the like now it's
the PR shit. They don't want to go through the PR shit.
Right, because now it's going to be TKO having to answer all this junk. And it's like, nah, we're not about to go through that. And it's even like he said he's going to the Indies, and we still have to, that's who Mike was basically alluding to, Marty Scurll. At this point, like he said, I'm for the Indies, but it's the Indies for him. Because he can want to be on the Indies as much as he wants. But if somebody from the Indies gonna sign him.
Then on top of that, like he gotta remember the Indies is not these major promotions. These are the local mom and pop dudes that come directly from work to be in these shits. The indie crowd will let you fucking have it. The indie crowd will definitely let you have it.
He's not about to like all that. The same stuff that we're saying that's not going to let him in the WWE. These indies are going to look at him the same way. Like, yeah, you might be innocent. That's why he had the whole interview, the sit down interview with oh boy, because he's trying to put himself out there. Hey y'all, I'm clean. Y'all can hire me. I'm hireable now. I'm bookable. But it's still going to be. He still has to go about trying to defeat everything that has been said about him. I mean, I hope he gets signed by somebody. I honestly feel like I wouldn't be shocked. He might not be in a TNA, he might not be in an AEW or a WWE, but I would not be shocked if we see him in NWA. I can honestly see Velveteen Dream in NWA. They like taking them type of people. Yeah, they like taking the questionable, shaky.
They had Tyrus as their fucking champion.
Exactly. So they could have, or he could be like Marty. Marty wrestles in Puerto Rico and everywhere else that is not America.
They really are, Reggie. You are absolutely correct. It's a stigmatism that will never go away.
Yeah, especially for the allegations. It's like you had a whole public falling out with EC3. Y'all talked about y'all taking coke. Like, even though, like, you can say you're innocent all you are, you still left a digital footprint. All your stuff left a digital footprint. We can still look up all your rents. You can still look up everything that happened with you, dude.
But
yeah.
on that note,
I think AEW would take a chance on him.
I mean, they have Chris Jericho wrestling right now, so you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, NWA and AEW.
I think AEW because again, shock value, and they would relish at that negative press. Tony Khan will find a way to spin. He will find a way to spin that.
I can honestly see him in New Japan too. In Japan.
Yeah, Japan might probably be his best bet. He can make a name for himself over there, just like Mark Jintrak made a name for himself in Puerto Rico.
I can see him definitely making a name for himself.
I just think that before we get out of here, I just think that he's going to be back at a big time promotion. Yeah, he's not going to be back at WWE because y'all was dead on the money with that. You know, that's nothing that TKO is going to deal with. The media onslaught that's going to come with that. WWE, y'all absolutely right. It's a wrap when it comes to him ever going back there. But again, like a New Japan, AEW, a major promotion is going to sign him at some point. That man, and I'm just talking about the wrestler. That man is too talented, and that character was too good.
Right.
That had megastar, not even superstar, megastar written all over it. Until that bullshit happened, and then it just has gone spiraled out of control for him. Now I hope that he's clean. I hope that he's gotten some counseling. I hope that he's got his endeavors together so that he can attempt to recreate what he started in WWE.
Right.
I hope he didn't do the shit.
I hope he didn't either.
Because honestly, it don't make a difference if he got his counseling or whatever the case may be. If he did the shit, fuck him.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. If he is guilty of that shit, yes, fuck him. Yes, fuck him. If he is ever guilty of that shit, he's a reprehensible piece of shit. He's just the next name, the newest name on a long list of fuckers who wrestle who are reprehensible human beings.
You seen him. You was on some of the threads when he would wrestle in NXT, Kanisha.
Exactly, Reggie. Like that man. That man was going to be a megastar.
Okay, commercial. He had call up all over him.
The way Bianca is now, that would have been dream. That man would have been a megastar. Been in commercials, been in mainstream media platforms, doing interviews.
He would have been
cameos on shows.
He would have been in the War Games match. That when it was old versus new, he would have been in for old NXT because he would have been right there with them. He wouldn't have been called up yet. They still would have had him in NXT if he hadn't been fired.
I just think that man, he would have been a megastar.
Yeah.
He would have been a megastar.
You know who took his spot? If you think about it, L.A. Knight. Yeah. That is Velveteen Dream's spot, right?
Which is why I had me confused why he was fighting on the black and gold side. I was like, nigga, you just got here. But folks, I think we have been sufficiently electrifying for the night.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget, folks, we will more than likely have a show tomorrow night, like around 6. Not going to guarantee it. But more than likely, we will be having a show tomorrow night.
We'll be finding about SmackDown just like y'all, because I don't even know. We don't even know what's going on yet, but
Right.
we'll see.
We don't know. Don't forget, folks, also, this particular one, our main show does run every Thursday at around 8:45-ish. You know, you can always follow us at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod and twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod. If you follow us on these social media platforms, you will receive an alert of when we are starting, so you will never have to worry about missing a show. So you don't have to worry about the ish, because you'll get the alarm that'll tell you the ish.
Right.
You can also follow us on Linktree/Under the Ring Pod, where you'll find our individual handles: Greg Bush SK, me, Rock Ribs 44, Mike, Mr. Fresh Beard, Matt, The Right Answer, Tito, Borio Mariente, and local correspondent Justin D. Bagsley. Folks, thank you once again for joining us. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have y'all in the chat.
Not everybody. Much love.
Folks, be safe in what you do. And as always, yeah, don't forget y'all, one time, do dumb.
Break time, man.